College football is coming back. Man, all I gotta do is copy and paste NCAA 14, update the graphics, players, and they got a banger. Just take all the shit from 14 and copy and paste. Just update the graphics and shit. At EA Sports, if you have any questions, please refer to this man. This is literally all we want and the playoffs. Please and thank you. Why 2 to 3 years? Don't overthink this, EA. We want 2014 with updated conferences and a playoffs. Just copy and paste NCAA 14, man. Wow. With all this praise, you'd think NCAA 14 was flawless. It's not. I love the game, but my god does it have its issues. So in this video, we'll break down 8 areas in need of major improvement from NCAA 14. Number 1, the computer's gotta learn how to manage the clock. We've got a 1-point lead over Florida with under a minute to go. Gators with the ball in their own territory and all 3 timeouts left. We sack their quarterback, and instead of calling a timeout, they decide to go no huddle. And not only do they decide to go no huddle, they intentionally let the clock run out. With under a minute to go, Missouri with a 6-point lead has the ball deep in our own territory. We've already used all our timeouts, but they decided to throw, resulting in an interception in the end zone. We end up driving right downfield and score the winning touchdown with 22 seconds left. I did highlights for a Louisiana Lafayette Michigan State Rose Bowl, which, yeah, the Ragin' Cajuns in the Rose Bowl is a whole other issue. Down by 7 with 15 seconds to go, they complete a pass over the middle and decide to go no huddle instead of calling their final timeout. The clock ticks away and boom, game over. I did highlights for an Oklahoma-UConn Fiesta Bowl. Yes, a very likely rematch. OU's down by 1 with the ball in their own territory and all 3 timeouts left. Their quarterback gets sacked, and instead of calling a timeout, they decide to go no huddle, with one receiver having to run all the way back from the other side of the field. They'd finally call a timeout after the ensuing play, but would fail to convert on 4th down. Also did a USC Georgia Tech national title game. With just over 3 minutes to go, Trojans down 3 facing 4th down in their own territory, lined up to punt it away. They intentionally let the clock run down an extra 40 seconds. God, see what I mean? Number 2, you gotta fix this coaching carousel. We've been laughing on my current dynasty because Ted Roof has been on an unprecedented run at Miami of Ohio, and it seems nobody wants to hire him out of there. You know, nothing against Miami of Ohio, but they have a banner of legendary coaches outside their stadium, and all of them have one thing in common. They left. Number 3, don't just update the uniforms, fix them. This is supposed to be Florida State in their gold pants. It looks white. And this is supposed to be Alabama, Crimson Tide, more like the Maroon Tide. Side by side, Alabama and Mississippi State look like they're wearing the same color. Taking a look at real life, it's not even close. And when we played Rice, they had numbers on their shoulders and sleeves. I'd feel bad for Al fans if there were any. Number 4, you gotta fix the recruiting. I watched one Param Crow tutorial on how to recruit, and now I've brought in the nation's 2nd best class each of the last 4 years. It's too easy. I slapped together this UNLV season this morning, and by the end of the year, we're the only ones interested in these 70+ overall players. The Ohio native 5th ranked quarterback in the country is only talking to the garbage Rebels? Get the hell out of here with that. Number 5, you gotta fix the recruits. There's way too much diversity. Scroll through the top corner prospects, you get a healthy dose of white guys. What? Even go through the top athlete prospects. And I'm blinded by the white. And it works both ways. Scroll through the kicker prospects, and it's too dark in here. Is it too much to ask to be a tad more realistic here? I feel like a dick when I gotta go through and change the colors of my players every year. Number 6, you gotta fix these awful schedules. Check out Notre Dame's schedule here. 9 home games, mostly against cupcakes, and Notre Dame's never even scheduled an FCS team in their entire history. Also, we had USC, who's never played an FCS team, opening with one. Georgia Tech finishes their season with 3 straight road games. Georgia gets 3 straight road games against ranked opponents, but I guess gets to recover with 4.5 straight at home. Iowa gets 4 road games in a row, and all of Virginia Tech's non-conference games are against the Pac-12. Miami was only scheduled to play 11 games, and so was UCF. More on that in a second, because for number 7, you gotta fix the BCS rankings. I guess the playoff committee can't be like your old BCS rankings. UCF made it to the BCS National Championship game and lost to Ohio State. As mentioned earlier, they only had to play 11 games to get there. Their one loss came against 11-1 4th-ranked Marshall. So UCF, with only 1 win over a team with a winning record by the way, got in over not only 12-1 3rd-ranked UCLA, but also 1-loss Marshall who beat them. UCF didn't even win their conference, and 12-1 Miami was was stuck at number 6. Let's go to another year. We had an undefeated Georgia Tech team taking on a 2-loss USC team in the national championship, with one of the Trojan losses coming at home against a 4-8 Oregon State team. Meanwhile, you've got Miami sitting at 3 with 1 loss, that being a close defeat at Georgia Tech, and actually, the Canes only played 11 games. But then you've also got the 12-1 SEC champion South Carolina Gamecocks sitting at 4. God, it's like this game didn't even try. And finally, at number 8, please don't let Teambuilder just suddenly vanish. Be more transparent and treat your fans with some respect. I'm still mourning the loss of this feature. It was that damn good. Either way, I answered yes to my guy's poll question. I will be buying the new game no matter what, and hopefully having a blast with it like I do with 14 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/DaveShowTruckers. Let's talk about this some more. Hope to see you there.